Hello, Assalamualaikum. I am Nurshadana binti Asro, student ID 2023116177. Welcome to our Kibana dashboard demo designed to analyze security events and support efficient threats response. Our dashboard has 10 visualization. Let me walk through their purpose and insight. Table of top organization involved in events. This table provides a detailed breakdown of security incident focusing on intermediate priority events. It includes columns such as source geolocation, city, destination geolocation, city, source IP address, destination IP address, event severity, event type, timestamp, and the count of records. By excluding normal events and focusing on intermediate priority incidents, the table helps us narrow our investigation to actionable insight. These visualization highlight patterns like frequently impacted location or recurring high severity incidents tied to specific IPs, aiding in resource allocation to mitigate threats like DDoS attack. Bar chart of top event types by source protocol. This bar chart shows the most frequent event types by source protocol. The x-axis represents the top 5 source protocol, and the y-axis shows the count of record for each protocol. Each bar is further divided into the top 3 event types, making it easier to identify which protocols are most commonly associated with specific security event. For example, if SMTP and HTTP are often linked to DDoS attack, this visualization helps us prioritize monitoring these protocols, which are more likely to exploit it. Pie chart for event severity and event types. This pie chart provides a visual breakdown of event types distributed across severity levels. Each slice of the pie represents a combination of event type and severity, such as high severity DDoS events or medium severity SQL injection. This visualization makes it easier for us to quickly access the proportion of critical events and allocate resources accordingly. If high severity DDoS events dominate the chart, we can prioritize mitigating them while monitoring other events less closely. The color-coded slices make severity distribution easy to understand. Tree map for destination protocols of event types. The tree map for destination protocols provides a hierarchical view of how different event types are distributed across various destination protocols. Each block in the tree map represents a specific event type and protocols combination, with the size of the block indicating the count of records. This helps us identify which protocols are most frequently targeted by specific event types. For example, if FTP and HTTP are linked to the high severity malware events, we can prioritize securing these vulnerable protocols. Tree map for source protocol of event types. This tree map focuses on the source protocol of various event types, providing a similar hierarchical view as the destination protocol tree map. Each block shows the event count for a specific source protocol and event type, helping us identify protocols frequently involved in malicious activities. For example, if SMTP or DNS are linked to SQL injection or ransomware, we can prioritize monitoring and apply stricter control to prevent potential threats.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. My name is Fatina Tira. Today I will present about our ELK dashboard using Elastic Kibana. There is 10 types of visualization we include in our dashboard. First of all, I will go to line chart critical incident trends. So I will edit visualization and edit it in lens. So the purpose of the time-based line chart for event accuracy is to visualize and analyze trend in security event over time. It enables the detection of anomalies, spikes or pattern in activity, and by filtering for high severity events, it helps prioritize critical incident for faster investigation and response. Next, I will go to destination protocol. So I will edit visualization in lens as usual. So the purpose of the tree map for destination protocol for event types is to visually represent the distribution of different event types across various destination protocol. This visualization helps identify which protocol are most frequently targeted by specific event types, allowing security teams to focus their effort on securing vulnerable protocols or addressing high-risk event patterns. So it grouped by the use of destination protocol and event type as the field for packet aggregation. And for the metric that I use is count to represent the proportion of event records. Next, we will go to the source protocol. I will edit in visualization in lens as usual. So the purpose of the tree map for source protocol of event type is to visually depict how event types are distributed across different source protocol. This helps security teams identify which protocol are commonly used in security event and prioritize attention to potentially malicious or suspicious activity associated with specific source protocol. So it will group by the source protocol and event type as the field packet aggregation, and the metric I use is count to represent the proportion of event record. Okay, next we will go to the heat map for event types and destination port. For the purpose of the heat map for event type and destination port is to visualize the relationship between event types and the destination port they target over time. This aids in identifying patterns, anomalies, or hotspot in port activity, which can indicate potential security risks like port scan, unauthorized access attempt, or unusual service behavior. So the x-axis I use time span and the y-axis I use event type. So it ranked by the maximum destination port. I would like to create a data table because I can insert many attributes such as source geolocation city, source IP address, distribution geolocation city, distribution IP address, event type, event severity, timestamp, and detail. I also can filter out which one that I want, which one that I don't want. For example, here I filter out event type normal because I don't want to see the normal event type, and I include the event severity high so that I can only view the high event severity, while I exclude all the medium and low event severity. So it will give user more user friendly. So for me, user will be more convenient by reading data directly from the table because it's much more easy to read and is readable. So quick response or action will be taken by the authority while they maintaining the high performance of the organization by looking at the event severity, which they can filter out as high. They can prioritize their work first, which one they want to take action quickly, which one they want to hold first. That's all from me, Fatinatra. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ivana Dira. So I'm going to present the part of monitoring IP address that can be found at our dashboard. So there is a three abnormality event which is DDoS. So firstly occurred at source IP 171.71.106.236. The destination IP is 46.246.4.2. Secondly, the source IP is 121.131.89.103, and the destination IP is 138.68.9.83, and the last one is 88.28.56.203, which is the destination IP 138.68.9.83, and all of three the severity is high. Okay, so the first detection, which is the status is malicious, and the IP address is 46.246.4.2, which have the reputation score -1, indicates malicious reputation. And the historical data, the first seen is 11 October 2019, and the last seen is 20 December 2023, and last updated is 9 January 2025. Okay, so this IP address is located at Sweden, and the ISP is GLE SYS AB, which is the region at Stockholm. And the activity, it have 4 TCP port, which is port 22, port 548, and port 3389, and also port 9091. Okay, so it has the peers, which is 310 peers that connected to AS42708. So this IP address is also associated with other IPs that includes the range between 46.246.0.0 to 46.246.127.255. Okay, so another one is community insights, which community comments that this IP is a unauthorized connection attempt, and also added into the abuse.ch threat-fox IOC database. So here is the information that I screenshot using third-party application, which I use VirusTotal. You also can use other website, which is shodan.io, to detect the malicious IP address. Okay, so another example, I choose another one IP address, which is 138.68.9.83, to overview the malicious, suspicious, and also phishing. So this IP address has reputation score -2, and the historical data, which first seen is 23 November 2021, and the last thing is 17 October 2023, and it's located at United States, which is region California, and also city Santa Clara, and the ISP is Digital Ocean LLC. So the network relationships, it can say that it has multiple peers that connected to AS14061, and it's associated with other IPs between 138.68.0.0 to 138.68.15.255. Okay, so the community insights, which has comment from community, that this IP address has events, TCP, discovery or flooding seen 20 times in the last 1080 seconds, and also unsolicited connection attempts to port of 4265.1. Here is the info that I can find using third-party application. I used VirusTotal, so you can use other apps, which is shodan.io, or any apps that can do detection of malicious IP address. So that's all from me. Thank you.
So hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Irfaniza Puteswari. I'm going to present my part is investigation and the escalation. So for the investigation details, for date is 12th January. Source of detection is CM dashboard, and tool that use VirusTotal and abuse IPDB. So for the IP details and activities, there is 3 IP address that I got, which is the IP one is 46.246.4.2, and the second IP address is 62.204.41.170, and the third is 138.68.9.83. So activities that detected is, for number 1, IP number 1 is DDoS, now IP number 2 is malware, and IP number 3 is DDoS. For the threat activities, I'm using the same IP address, and the threat severity level is high. And for the performance of detection system, there is 2 false positive and 2 true positive. For the false positive, the system incorrectly flags a benign IP malicious and fails to detect a malicious IP. For the true positive, is the system correctly identifies a malicious IP and the benign IP. For the escalation, we have 7 parts, which is the incident summary, key details, technical findings, immediate action taken, requested escalation support, recommended next step, and points of contact. So for the incident summary, incident name is malicious IP interaction, possible command and control seems to action, and the status is active. The key details is still using the same IP address. For IP1, for suspicious behaviors is outbound connection on TCP ports 443. For the IP2, the suspicious behavior is remote control, data thief communication on port 4132. For the third IP suspicious behavior is SH brute force phishing activity. Third is technical findings. Event test is suspicious outbound traffic, PowerShell activities, possible data thief. Log review, analyze traffic logs, malicious files, execution, and SSH attempt. Fourth is immediate action taken, containment, isolate compromised host 192.168.1.100, block malicious IPs. For the investigation, analyze suspicious files and review network traffic logs. And Fifth is requested escalation support, malware analysis to analyze suspicious files for malicious payloads. And for the network analysis, ensure no further communication with malicious IPs. For the forensic review, full forensic investigation of impacted hosts. And six is recommended next step. For the immediate action is hunt for IOSs across the network, monitor logs for malicious activity. For the long-term action is conduct cybersecurity awareness training, update incidents and response procedures. So that's all from our group. Thank you and Assalamualaikum.